Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Stephen Hackbarth, and today we're here at the Lithia Suburban collection, and I'm joined with
Logan Wilmot. I'm a senior at Northwood University, and today we're going to be talking about creating efficiencies in the fixed operations department.
So we just want to start with everybody introducing themselves. So if we want to go down the line, we'll start with you, Ted.
I'm Ted Ings of the Fixed Ops Roundtable.
I'm David Reinicke, president of Automotive Warranty Network.
Shon, Kingrey, vice president of fixed operations for the Kaiser Automotive Group.
And Mike Grubich, I'm the CEO of Trego.
Awesome. And we were wondering, what's one process in fixed ops that most dealers overcomplicate, and how can it be simplified? We'll start with you, Ted.
Stephen, it's a people business. We tend to overcomplicate things in the car business a lot. So keep it simple. Keep it focused on your people. Keep it positive. Keep a focus on the culture, on the career path, all the things that we've been talking about here today at Lithia. And most of all, remember that all the things that we want to accomplish, the profit, the customer satisfaction, it all starts with the employee and their satisfaction.
Awesome.
Well, I'm a vendor, so I don't work in the dealership, so I'm going to speak to the warranty space that I know. I think the warranty process is overcomplicated in most dealerships, or not, adhered to properly. So many dealerships I hear, the technician didn't repair the vehicle properly, poor documentation. And then by the time it gets to the warranty administrator has to backtrack, get with the technician, fix the warranty ticket. And, I think it could be uncomplicated if everybody was doing their part throughout the process. If advisors, technicians were educated and doing the part that they needed to do throughout the warranty process and the repair process, I think that process could be uncomplicated.
First of all, I'm going to argue with David. He's not a vendor. He's a partner, by the way. But he's a partner.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. And I think we talked about it, as Ted said, throughout the day today, is we don't need to overcomplicate it with more tools. We have the tools. It is a people business, and you're only as good as your leader. And if the leader's going to poo-poo everything and fight everything, then the process isn't going to work. Again, if the leader walks in the morning and is upbeat, ready to go, and that's his why, is to drive the people, the process will work and the tools will work. You don't need to overcomplicate it by throwing more items on it.
Yeah, the one thing I'll add to that is that when you look at effective businesses and the culture of those businesses, it's a team thing, right? The people is an important part, the leaders are an important part, the systems, the processes, the tools, all those things kind of come together. If you don't have all of them, you have a weak link in the chain. And so you got to really focus on that system as an entity, not just a process or a system or a tool.
Absolutely. It really is a people business, coming down to the customers and the employees. In building off of Shon and Mike, what you guys said a little bit, what is a way where you can build a culture so that employees proactively look for efficiency improvements?
I'll take that away from me.
Yeah,
to me, it's transparency. In all of our stores, we have a leaderboard, and we talk about leaderboards. Almost every panel that we do we post everything. We post tech hours. We post hours for the advisors. We don't hide it. We post our CSI. Yes, it's met with resistance, obviously, the first time you do it. But after that, the techs are looking for it every morning. And then you need to have, again, I'm not a big meeting guy, I'm a huddle guy. You need to have a huddle every morning and discuss what's up on the board and why it's on the board. If a guy's working on a 16-hour job and he did hours yesterday, and he's in the red, he's going to explain why. You don't have to do it. He'll defend himself. But again, transparency is everything. Communication, it's all into that one huddle, and it's all based on the one board that's on the wall.
And just to kind of keep the flow with that, if you're doing that, to establish a good solid culture that people want to stay and work, you got to create good experiences. A lot of times we think about, well, it's about behaviors and tasks and things, and those are important, but really what we found is that experiences shape beliefs drive behaviors lead to results. So if you create good experiences, so you have transparent communication, you as a leader, you show up to the customer the same way you ask a technician to show up to a customer. Now you create a flow and everyone starts to follow that path. So to create a solid culture, create good experiences, that'll shape beliefs, people buy in, then they'll start to behave the right way, and then you'll see results.
Yeah, it's not just the experience of the customer, it's the experience of the employee.
100%, yeah, absolutely. It's 100% that's true.
And to add to that, I think creating a sense of ownership to a certain extent with the employee to where they can contribute to the process. So one thing that we do in our company is it's not just David's way or the company's way of doing things. We want to hear everybody's ideas to contribute to the overall mission. So allowing them to participate and share their ideas and share how something can be done better, and not just saying, showing up to work every day and saying you're going to do it this way. Listening to how they might have a better way to do it.
Right.
So
We just did an assessment with a company that is having a huge issue with their culture, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. One of the biggest things we found with that company is that they have a lot of good experts, but they don't respect the experts. They don't ask them, hey, what would you do in this situation? They're told what to do.
Absolutely.
And they wonder why people are disengaged. It's because you're not respecting the fact that they have an expertise and some experience leveraging.
yeah,
I think the common thread or threads that you're hearing is it's all about communication, and it's about being a good listener as well. Listening to your people, engaging them, involving them in the process, and explaining, Mike, maybe the why we're doing these things, right?
Yep.
Not just that we're going to do it, but here's why we're doing it, and make that part of it.
Yeah, as humans, we want to know. We want to. I mean, we make fun of our kids that are like, why? But in all honesty, we need to know it.
Yeah. And from the culture perspective, we talk a lot about how that impacts business, whether it's from a partner perspective or in fixed ops. So I was going to wonder, what's a small workflow change that delivered a big efficiency for your team? You start with you.
In my experience, the biggest efficiency is being as transparent. It's kind of repeat what you were saying before. It's being open with what's going on. Share the financial results. Share the metrics. When people see that, they'll buy into it. They'll take accountability.
Can I add one?
Yeah.
That's something that we're hearing a lot about this year in fixed operations. Every dealer's hearing about it. Are these technician multi-point video inspections? Okay, that is not only creating efficiency, but it's also putting the technician in a new light where they are now front-facing, where they for many years have been behind the garage door. We never heard or saw them. Now they're on the camera, and now they're on a video communicating to the customer, and the customer can see visually under their car, see their needs, and it also, gets the yes a lot quicker because the customer now is engaged and involved in that process. So we're including them. So I think that's a tremendous efficiency. It's built a lot of good rewards for dealers.
I'm going to feed off of what Ted said is I talked about the leaderboard, and we have that, and it's all transparent. The other thing that we talked about in the previous panel as well was with AI and BDCs and with the technicians really selling their own jobs, is we've lessened and taken a lot of load off of the service advisors versus this 20 hours a day and cramming everything down their throat. And their jobs have changed, which by the way allows them to sell, which is really what they're there to do.
One last question for you guys. Shon, you just brought up AI. How in each of your different respective business roles have you seen AI really be implemented to help with some of these efficiency changes?
Some better than others. We have struggled, and we've talked about it a lot today, and it seems to be the common thread is we're all looking for that BDC solution for AI. And I know there's a lot of tools out there. We're all trying to find the right one that customers will absorb and take and use. As we talk about the airlines, you don't talk to a person you call the airline, but the clients haven't taken that as well on the service side. They haven't taken the scheduling online even in the last 10 years. They struggle with that as well. So AI and the VDC and scheduling appointments would lessen the load a lot.
Yeah, I think that a lot of common questions that we as leaders and employees have, can be solved by using AI early on, Chat GPT, asking as an example, I have a customer who asked a real tough question, and I didn't know how to answer that question. So I asked that question of Chat GPT, and it gave me a very structured, formalized response that I ended up not sending word for word, but pretty close back to the customer. And they said, you know what, that makes sense. We're going to go with that. So, I utilized it just as a sounding board to see what was out there. And it's amazing the resources it's used.
Yeah, and I live in the people and talent side of businesses. We've just designed an AI tool that helps with coaching and development. And so we're bringing AI into how you coach effectively, whether it be leadership, sales, any professional role. It brings another element of learning into the process.
That's fantastic. AI is truly the future. And I think over the next few years, we're really going to see how AI not only changes the fixed operations side of the business, but really the whole automotive business as a whole. So I think it's really cool to see where everything is headed and see how much of a difference that's going to make and impact all of our lives. So wanted to thank you guys so much for all of your time and conversation today. All of your insight truly pushes forward this industry and is a spotlight for people to come to learn more and make their everyday lives easier and more efficient. So this has been the Fixed Ops Roundtable at the Suburban Collection pop-up in Troy, Michigan. Thank you all so much for your time, and more content on the way. Thank you.
Thanks.